Before I start this video, you guys can just listen while you skate because there won't be any video footage to go along with what I'm saying. So, yeah. Hey everybody, it's Kingkai24 here. I wanted to do a bit of a video just about my Runescape story from when I started to now. Just simply because, you know, the EOC is going to be happening pretty soon, and I'm not too excited about it. It's going to be really different. I'm really not sure if I'm going to keep playing along with everybody else. I'm pretty sure most of the community is going to quit. I don't think JX realizes what they're doing to the game, and just how it used to be. So much fun. Ever since about a couple years back, the game's really been going downhill. Mostly in 2011 when they brought the free trade back. It really brought back a lot of gold farmers, which really don't do anything for the game. They just sort of ruin it because everything gets populated with bots, and then nobody can make any money, and really that makes everybody resort to other money-making things such as I don't know, scamming and stuff like that. Not very good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back a while and let's pretty much think. Let's think when all that wasn't here. Let's think when you catch your first lobster or something. You get the fishing level for lobsters, and you went crazy, and you get your first rune set, and you were so happy, and you went PKing with it, and you lost it, and just playing the game with lots of your friends, and you know what I mean. For anybody that played back then. I guess I'll just tell you about my story now. So pretty much I started in 2005, and yes, this was my original account that I started as. Pretty much my cousin, I was talking to him one day, and we were in school, we were pretty young, and he mentioned to me, he's like, hey, Brady, you should really play this game called RuneScape. And I said, RuneScape, I've never heard of that. And then, he brought me to his house after school, and he showed me the game, and I said, oh wow, this is pretty decent. And after I started playing for a while, I did think it was decent when I first started it, but then with my short attention span and, lots of other games on the go, I sort of just said to him, I said, this is taking too long. I can't train my stats. I'm never gonna get anything. I think I got to 11 attack, and then I just stopped. So that was kind of giving up really early, and I actually didn't play for about 2 months after that. I took a really long break, and once I came back, which was about 2 months later, I said to my cousin, I said, hey, I forgot my password. Can you let me play on your account? And this account at the time actually belonged to his dad, so he had to call his dad, and his dad gave me the password, and I got to play on this level 70 account, and it was just absolutely amazing. Its name was Kingkai24, which is pretty much what I named my account after, the 24. I don't really know where I got 24 from, but I know 100% that I got the Kingkai part from Kingkai24. And pretty much after I got the account, I started doing things. I got really high mining on the account. I got 76 mining. That was pretty good back in the day because, I don't know, nobody really power mined. Everybody just sort of, banked all their ores and made some money off that. Nobody did anything for nothing back then. It's not like now. If you didn't play back then, so I just let you fill you in on that, I guess. So yeah, I started playing on that account. I did a lot of Castle Wars. Castle Wars is one of my favorite mini games. It's not anymore because there's just too many divine prods and people in neck sets that sit there and they freeze you and they just kill you in about 2 seconds if you're not fully prepared like they are. And not everybody has access to those sets and shields and such. So pretty much, yeah. So once I started getting on the account, getting some good levels, I got some good money. I actually got about 1 mil, which was decent in 2005. I'd say 1 mil would be about the average bank. Well, don't quote me on that, but I didn't really see many people with over that. Most people were just noobs like me, and average level like 70. I didn't really see any level 120 pluses. Back then, it was really rare to see a 126. And And the only person think I had added to my friends list was 126. I think it was Zezima. I had Zezima added. Who didn't have Zezima added back in those times? I still have Zezima added just because, I don't know, well, he's Zezima, of course. If he ever logs in, he probably still gets spammed today, and yeah. So, that was the Zezima era. So, I remember after a while of playing on that account, I decided to go back to my original account, which was Kingkai24, and I actually took some of the money and I used it on this account. And I got some decent stats. I think I got like 20 herb, like 50 fire making, and some other stuff. I think it was 43 prayer, and I used big bones for that because nobody really sold. I couldn't find anybody selling dragon bones. I know people sold them, but they were just outrageous prices. And back then, I couldn't really afford that. I only had about 1 mil bank, and I only had about 500k. So after I started establishing myself on this account, I think I got to about combat level 74, and then I just out of nowhere just stopped playing. I had membership for 6 months. I was only about maybe 3 months in. I just completely flat out just stopped playing. I think it was mostly because most of my friends at school had moved on and started to play something else. So I just decided that, it might be better for me to play what they were playing because, I always wanted to fit in as everyone else does with what everybody's doing. And, yeah. So I quit for I think it was about 2 years. Yeah, it was about 2 years. So I came back in 2007. I trained my account up a bit more. I really didn't do much. I played for about a month after I came back, and this was 2007. And I think it was November 2007, which is why I think I quit at the end of that year, was because the free trade in the wilderness got removed, and that was one of my favorite things about RuneScape in general. And I was devastated that this got removed. Because I couldn't trade freely between my accounts anymore, and I couldn't give my friends money if they were in need of it. You guys get what I'm saying. So after that, I just flat out stopped playing for about another whole 2 years. I wasn't around for the graphic update, which was a good thing because that thing looked horrid when it came out. I still preferred the old graphics when that came out because I logged on one day and I said, wow, what the hell is this? I was so confused. I said, is this the same game? Yeah, so, I logged in and, I went around. Wanted to see if any of my old friends were still playing. I waited like a week. I was so young at this time. I waited for my friends for about a week. I said, wow, I wonder if any of my old friends from about 2007 are going to log in. I think one of them logged in and they didn't even have me added. They just had their private on, and I sent them a PM. They had no idea who I was, and I actually talked to this person quite a bit, but then they just deleted me, turned their private off, didn't know who I was. So I sort of had to start all over again because I didn't have any connection with anybody for quite a long time. I remember, I think I was in middle school. I persuaded my friend to play with me, and he eventually got everybody else to start playing again, and then we all started playing. I think one of us got up to a whip or something, which was pretty crazy because I think that was quite a bit. And we were all poor noobs. we didn't really have a lot of money, so when one of our friends got a whip, we lost our minds. We said, wow, it was like, can we borrow it? But then we all forgot that they removed the trade limit, and we were really disappointed about that because I knew if it would have been back in the day, they would have lent us it for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, by the way, at this point, I actually had made a new account, which is one of the accounts I don't really use anymore. It's got 99 fire making, but it's like all 70 melee stats, Don't really want to play on that anymore. But once I started on that account, pretty much, I trained it, you're gonna laugh, but I trained at rock crabs until all 70 melee stats, which took ages until my friend told me that, there's faster things in rock crabs. And I said, oh, are you kidding me? I didn't know that. And at the end of 2000, actually, we'll jump to the end of 2010 here, because I really didn't do much on that account. I killed green dragons. I just, I would, what's the thing? Decanting, when you put the potions in, for like 1 mil an hour. But I could only do it for like 5 minutes because of my short attention span. So I really only made I think the max I had pre-free trade was maybe 3 mil. I was a complete noob when free trade came out. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like 90 combat, and I hadn't been there for so long, so I was like, oh wow, this is a real change for me. And then once it came back, I started to make some money because I met a friend that he helped me make some money. He'd pretty much merch, and he would give me splits of what he merched, and I would buy out some stuff for him, and then he would pay me a split of whatever we got back. So yeah, that's how I made some of my first money. I made about probably 200 mil total doing that. 200, 300 mil. 90 with 300 mil, no problem. I look like a real world trader, but haters. I don't know. Besides that, after that, I really started to get unmotivated around the summertime because I didn't really see what I was doing on this game anymore. I was watching people win a lot of money staking and win all day back in I think it was March when he posted a video. That was when I really wanted to stake, and that was my friend did give me a maxed account in March to stake with, and I got up to about 300 mil. I didn't know much about staking, so really all I did was I'd go close to all-in boxing, and that was really all I would do until I got up to about 50 mil, I think, and then I just started doing 1 mils. I did 1 mils repeating, and I just doubled every time. Nowadays, it's not the best method, obviously, but yeah. So once I started actually staking, which I ended, of course, about the summer. Like I said, I just didn't feel motivated because I just kept getting cleaned. I had no idea what I was doing. I wondered how those rich people, like, they'd win money non-stop, and it would be like, wow, I wish I could do that. And that's when I really started to get really interested in staking. Like I said, I need to max out. And I talked to my friend Leo, and he said, yeah, Brady, if you max out, you can make lots of money. We'll learn how to stake somehow. And yeah, that was pretty much what happened. So I started maxing in about, believe it was maybe August, and I started getting curses. I got everything. I got 95 prayer. I got crazy stats. It was like 80 plus all stats. And then after that, I decided, this was about September, I think it was, about middle or end of September, I decided to go for 99 range, and that was actually my first 99 in this account, so I had an untrimmed Runescape. I chinned it. It cost me about, I think it was like 20 mil. Chins were dirt cheap. Chins were about 300 something each. This was before the bot nuke, obviously. I did it right before the bot nuke, and what's really crazy, logged out here. What's really crazy is I lent my friend about, I think it was, I forget what it was. I think it was about 40 mil for him to get 99 range, because he had no range at all. He was like 60 range. I didn't know why he was chinning, but I had no idea. But he had a dad that used to call him all the time, and his dad would just constantly be nagging at him. So one day when he was chinning, this was actually his first time going there, he brought all 40,000 chins with him. He went there and he he died with all the chins. Here, hold on, that's my friend. Alright, later. Alright, but he died with all the chins and he lost all my money, and he was just crying when he got on Skype with me, and I was so confused. I'm like, why are you crying? I'm not going to be mad at you. He thought I was going to be just so mad at him, and I couldn't believe that this guy I've never seen cry before was actually crying over lost chins, and oh man, but I told him it was alright and it was fine after a while, and it didn't really matter to me. So after I got 99 range, I think that was when I started going for mage. I paid a lot for mage because I bursted and barraged it all in the ape atoll tunnels. Same with chinning. Obviously did an ape atoll tunnels. Where else would you do it? Don't want to do it on the mummies because you can't AFK there and such. So once I did that, I got 99 mage, and that was probably the most AFK thing I've ever done in my life, because I had 99. I think I had 99 prayer at this point. I got 99 prayer before I went for mage, which obviously I shouldn't really have to mention that, because that took me maybe a day and a half to get 99 prayer, because it was just so fast with Frost Dragon Bones. But yeah, after that, of course, mage, and then yeah, and so forth. But okay, this was when I really started to sort of get more for staking, and I felt pretty confident that I could make quite a bit of money. I met one of my best friends today, who is City Taw, as you can see here, just messaging me, or Garrett, and I met him around October on this account, October 2011. Maybe before that, because I met him on this account on October 2011, but I met him on my other account in around, I think it was April, because I went into Apple's friends chat for some reason, and he was there, and then we just started talking, and we didn't really talk much. He invited me to Apple's old clan, which was called City or something, and then I don't even know who owns that clan now, because he gave me ownership a long time ago, because he left it and made a new clan, but I'm not in it anymore, obviously. But yeah, so after I met him, he was the one who really motivated me to get maxed, and he pretty much why I've done all that I've done today. Uh, he's been probably one of my biggest influences on me, to be completely honest with you. He just, I don't know, he has a good way, he's very motivational, he hasn't gave up on me and all the stupid shit I've done, so that's pretty nice of him. Yeah, and he pretty much taught me everything I know about staking. I really learned everything from him, and without him calling me retarded at points when I do something really stupid, I probably wouldn't have listened to him. But he has good training methods, but it can be in different ways sometimes. But yeah, he's a really good friend of mine. So once me and City Taw were really good friends, we started, I was still maxing out. We'd talk a lot, and he'd always ask me how I was doing. How's maxing coming along. And once I was all 90 plus stats, I already knew most, if not all, of kind of how to stake. This was around March, I think. I maxed in April. So I knew most of what I was doing staking, but I still had a lot to learn, obviously, which is what I learned, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty confident now. I'm pretty poor right now, but I'm pretty confident, and it's really sad. My goal was a rare set, to be completely honest, and I don't see that happening now. I'm confident in my staking abilities. I have a problem. I get very stressed out when I stake, and I stop staking for long periods of time. But I've sort of overcome that a bit. But I was really thinking I was gonna make some money now. I started making money a couple weeks ago. I had 800 mil or something from I think it was 20 mil. It was in 3 days I made 800 mil just off doing my advantage stakes and shit. And yeah, so that was about it. And now I guess I'll talk about the present. EOC is coming in 11 days, and I have no idea if I'm gonna keep playing. I might keep playing, I might not. I probably won't, because City Toss said he might leave too. So, and if he leaves, he's kind of been my mentor through this whole thing, and he's taught me everything. He's one of my best friends, so I don't really have anybody else. Well, I have my friend Pat, but I think Pat's gonna quit too, which is this guy right here. I think he's gonna quit, but I don't know. I'll probably quit if all my friends quit. Garrett wants me to. This guy right here, he wants me to get an Xbox. He's freaking nagging me to get an Xbox, but I don't really want to buy one. I'd much rather have a new computer. But whatever, I guess I'll probably have to do that. So yeah, it's pretty much what's gonna happen with EOC with me, and that's sort of my RuneScape story. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave your comments about the EOC if you've got any. I really don't know about this thing, because I'm really worried about the game, guys. I don't think this game's gonna make it past December. I'll be completely honest, because from all the hate I've seen, it's overwhelming. I don't see why these people at Jagex. I know Insight Venture Partners bought them out and stuff, but I'm not sure how much of a decision they would have on this. Sorry, not a decision. How much of a say they would have on this topic. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. As I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave your comments about the EOC and just what you're going to be doing after it. Alright, see you. Have a good night.